This took a little longer than I thought to be standing up here, but it's still a privilege. And as a little background, I began drag racing when I was 15 years old. As most of us did, I took over the garage at our house. This became the race shop. Beth and my first date was to a drag race. We planned our wedding and children around the drag racing season. We bought our first house for the garage first, living area second. After a great long run in super gas, we decided to get a top alcohol funny car. Why not? It was the next thing to do. I first went to a race and shadowed a team to see what was involved in racing one of these things. That happened to be the team of Paul Gill, the Modulin team. The team was nice enough to answer my questions and give me advice. I sat there in their pit for 3 days watching them work a race at AGCO. At that point, we bought a car and we practiced our routine in the garage before we hit the track. I do want to give when we talk about the sport, we say it's a family sport. My own family is involved 100%, and I also consider the racing community, all of you, as my family. This is evident by our friends who made a special trip here to celebrate with us tonight. Scott, his wife, Billy, Ron, just to name a few. But these people are here tonight. They're our friends. They are our extended family. Also, Pat Schaefer and Lisa, thank you for being here. Thank you for what you do. All the members on our team are involved in many activities outside of racing. To be able to do this requires continuous dedication to each other and to racing. I'm so fortunate to have the team that I do. I want to give a shout out at this point to Steve Lowen, who's a little under the weather. But I said I wasn't going to mention his name, but I will because he was a mentor. After Frank Manzo retired, Steve very politely asked if he could hang out with us at the races. Of course, we said yes, and he has become a great friend. My brother, John started racing with us at the age of 10. He practically lived at our house and did every chore on whatever race car we had. Today, he has developed into a great methodical tuner and has as much pride in our operations as all of us do. John, thank you very much for being a part of this. Also, a very big thank you to his wife, Vicki, and Brianna, his daughter, for giving up your time with John so he can be a part of this. My nephew, Johnny, who is starting his own racing career now, has assumed clutch and transmission tuning, along with his father. Together, they have become the best tuners in the region. Johnny, thank you very much for being a part of this. My son-in-law, Ted, who came to the family with no racing experience, has jumped in with both feet and is as passionate as the rest of us about it. My grandson, Ryan, whose first sentence was, "Pop goes fast." Ryan is now going fast in his junior dragster, so now I can say, Ryan go fast. My son, Danny, who started us on this path to a championship. He has worked with some of the best alcohol racing teams for a couple years and gathered a wealth of knowledge. Thanks to people like Nick Bastio, Randy Meyer, Rich McPhillips. By the way, Megan Meyer, who Danny does chief for now, won the championship for her region. Also, a little bird told us that Danny might be getting a special award at their banquet next week. Congratulations to him and the whole Meyer racing team. My daughter, Maureen, who is not afraid to get her hands dirty. She jumps in when Beth is not there to keep us well fed, looks after the kids, and works on the car all at the same time. She is especially great when it comes to changing motors between rounds. My granddaughter Mallory takes over cooking and cleanup chores a lot. She also keeps us in line. My wife, Beth, I can't say enough about her, who says she's chief cook and bottle washer and social media queen. Well, a queen she truly is, and she's my queen. She's always right there in the thick of things, from arranging what races we go to, keeping track of standings, handling our fans, and keeping us, all of us, together. If anyone deserves this championship, she does. Beth, this one's for you. I love you for what you do. Thank you. As you can see, it takes a lot of people to get a race car down the track. Thank you very much to the NHRA officials and track officials for their hard work to put on a race. We know it's as much work for you as it is for us race teams. It takes time, dedication, and support. The special thanks goes out to Lenny Capone and all the folks at Agco Raceway, which we like to consider our home track. Thank you to our sponsors and supporters, Leela at NGK Spark Plugs, Rob, Nikki, and Bob at Bonifant Friction, Roy at Hoosier Race Tires, Brett at Clean Boost, Pete Luciano at Lucky's Race Cars, and Earl Nichols at Classic Auto Body, who keeps us looking good after I continue to blow the thing up. Also, Jim and Doug at Precision Chassis, and Jeff Kondratic at JKR. They make this easier for us to try to do. To have our championship come down to the first round of our last race for the season was beyond stressful. Our region has the best drivers there are, and we race in the best division in the country. To be a team that pretty much does it on our own dime, we are also fortunate to have this championship. I am truly honored to be standing here accepting this trophy tonight. Thank you very much.